Check 1, 2. Kimberly, SPASH, WIAA football. Mic check. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Mic check. Kimberly, SPASH, WIAA football. Level 2. Mic check. Hello, everyone, and welcome in to 2023 WIAA playoff football on Zaleski Sports. My name is Caleb Jacoby alongside Dan Nelson doing the production here tonight. We come to you live from Kimberly High School. Kimberly and SPASH will get in to our Auto Select pregame show in just a moment here. We will have your national anthem live here from Kimberly High School in just a moment. Then we'll get into your Auto Select pregame show here tonight. Again, Kimberly SPASH live on Zaleski Sports. Kimberly, the number 2 seed, SPASH, the number 3 seed. We'll get into that pregame show in just a moment, but now your national anthem on Zaleski Sports.
Please salute as the Kimberly High School Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Craig Law honors the United States of America and those working to protect our freedoms and our country with our national anthem. We encourage you to join in singing.
All right, that was your national anthem, and that means we are just about ready to get underway live from Kimberly High School. Number 2 Kimberly, number 3 SPASH. This is your Auto Select pregame show here on Zaleski Sports. Auto Select is Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires, complete auto repair services. With locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East, no matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select, and you are good to go. Number 2 seed Kimberly, and again, coming into this season, if you've been following on here, or coming into this postseason, when these seeds were decided here on Zaleski Sports, we had these two teams, both Kimberly and SPASH, ranked as top 4 teams in the state of Wisconsin. I believe top 3, actually, we had them ranked going into the seeding meeting. Winds up there in the same sectional with Hudson. Hudson gets the 1 seed. They get upset by Chippewa Falls, the 8th seed in the first round. SPASH barely survives conference rival Wausau West. We had that game live for you on Zaleski Sports last week, and barely survived 32-31. Kimberly with a close matchup last week in their win against Appleton North, number 7 seed Appleton North. They won that one 10-7. SPASH won last week 32-31. So again, this is a loaded sectional here this year, and we knew that going in when the seeds came out, the sectionals came out. You could tell how loaded this sectional was, and this is quite a huge game, or 2 great teams to see in level 2 football. Obviously, in the postseason in football, not everybody gets in. Every team is a good team, but I think even more than normal for level 2 football, I don't think you can get a bigger matchup than we have tonight here between Kimberly and SPASH, a number 2 and 3 seed. But if they wound up in different sectionals, both these teams had a claim at a 1 seed if they weren't in the same sectional as each other. That's how good these 2 football teams are. Again, personally, I've seen SPASH play 7-8 times here this season. Kimberly, this will be my first time seeing them live. We had their Kimberly-Kaukauna game live on Zaleski Sports. That's Kimberly's only loss of the season, a 14-13 loss to Kaukauna, an excellent team in Division II in their own right. That's Kimberly's only loss here this season. For SPASH, their only loss came week 1. SPASH has not lost in 10 weeks. They've won 9 in a row here this year. They lost to Mukwonago. That was a 35-7 loss for SPASH in week 1. So both these teams coming in with the exact same record, 9-1 overall. SPASH, of course, won the Wisconsin Valley Conference. And we're just about set to get underway here on Zaleski Sports. We're going to take a quick 30-second break here from our friends at Auto Select. Back after this with the start of the game on Zaleski Sports.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and on Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. From oil changes, check engine lights, brakes, struts, shocks, tires, your vehicle is always in good hands with Auto Select. Quality, dependable automotive care from service experts you can trust in Stevens Point and Plover.
Welcome back, everybody. We are set to get underway. This was your Auto Select pregame show, Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Kimberly will kick it off. They'll get the ball at half. A squib kick to start things off to the Panthers. Goes to one of the up backs, and this is going to be good starting field position. I don't think that was an intentional squib kick by Kimberly that time. It's going to be good starting field position here for the SPASH Panthers. Izzy Moore grabbed the ball that time for the Panthers, and this SPASH offense comes out onto the field here, and this has been an offense this year that has had no trouble scoring at any point. They had trouble last week against Wausau West in the first half, but again, they came back from down 24-7 last week in the second half to beat their conference rival Wausau West. And the offense took over, and I got to watch out for it. There's weapons all over on this offense. You got Braylon Smola at running back, Grant Shadana, an accurate quarterback, even though he's a little off last week, still got the win. Amon Konopacki at receiver was unbelievable last week, and that's got to keep an eye on again here today. Handoff up the middle here to Braylon Smola against a stout Kimberly defense. This Kimberly defense has been excellent all year long. So again, that only loss of the year for Kimberly was a low-scoring affair, just 14-13 against a good Kaukauna offense. So the defense did their job in that matchup, even in a loss. But both teams with a test here. SPASH with a high-powered offense. This is an offense that has shown many times this year they can run the football at will. They can throw the football when they need to. And they got to watch out for it. It's at the top of your screen right now. Amon Konopacki in that pass game, but Ethan Ellinger at tight end didn't mention it either. Braylon Smola up the middle again. He's going to get stuffed up. It was a gain of 4. It was 2nd and 6. Gain of maybe 1 on the play here, if that. Yeah, they'll give him a yard on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 here for this Panther offense, lined up at the 43-yard line. 3rd and 5 here, the first third down we've seen here tonight. Of course, first drive, first set of downs we've seen tonight as well. The SPASH offense still back in that hull. I think we're waiting on our referee here. We're waiting on something. And now SPASH comes out of the huddle. You got to expect him to go to the air here on 3rd and 5. And one thing to keep in mind, though, the wind tonight, get into that in a little bit. Quick throw out to Konopacki, and I think that was incomplete. He goes a little low on the throw there out to Konopacki, incomplete. And that's a good time to bring up the fact that it is incredibly cold here tonight. And not only cold, we're getting into low 40s, maybe high 30 territory here. It's playoff football weather, but it's going to bring up 4th and 5 here for SPASH. But it is incredibly windy, upwards of 15 to 20 mile-an-hour winds here tonight. And again, with as much as SPASH ideally likes to throw the football, likes to get the ball to those receivers on the outside. Is this a good punt? Will it go into the end zone? Yes, it will. Touchback, and Kimberly will start their offense at the 20-yard line. But again, I cannot overemphasize how windy it is tonight. You may be able to hear it back at home blowing across some of our microphones here tonight. It is incredibly windy, and that does not bode well for either team's passing game. It may be a grind it out, run the football type of football game. We'll see here. Kimberly, the Papermaker offense, comes out for the first time tonight. They come out in a pistol look. Fullback, halfback, behind quarterback Carson Pendleton. Pendleton drops back, hands off, up the middle, some space here, and that space shrinks pretty quickly there, and a gain of a couple. A handoff to the running back, Marcus Doucette, on the play that time. Brings up 2nd and 5 here for the Papermakers. 2nd and 5 here for Kimberly. Again, winner of this game likely will play Neenah. It's Neenah Chippewa Falls matching up. They started at 6 o'clock. Neenah was up 21-0 in the first half against Chippewa Falls. So more than likely, one of these teams will be playing Neenah, and they will be hosting Neenah. And handoff outside, a lot of room out there, and past the first down marker. It's a 15-yard gain for the running back, Gavin Tyson. Gavin Tyson on the carry. And it's 1st and 10 here for Kimberly. They'll mark it at the Kimberly 43-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 43. Shotgun look here. Pendleton hands off up the middle, and he's stuffed in the backfield. A loss of a yard on the play. That's Braylon Nystrom making the play off the edge for the Panthers. Braylon Nystrom makes the tackle. Brings up 2nd and long. 2nd and 11 here. Pitch outside, not a lot of room, but cuts it up and gets a few. That was Dylan Eisenschink on the carry. Third and 7 here. Yeah, we're getting some stuff figured out on our scoreboard here. It is 3rd and 7, though. Getting our downs figured out and fixed here. A little bit of technical issues here tonight, but we'll get that figured out for you quickly. A throw down the far sideline, caught out of bounds. Another Kimberly first down. That one was complete. See who they gave to. Carter Howard on the catch. And this Kimberly offense comes out firing here tonight. Carter Howard with the catch on the sideline. Howard with the catch brings up 1st and 10 from the SPASH 45-yard line. Shotgun once again here. So first pass we've seen from Kimberly works pretty well even in the wind. Drop back here. Pendleton going to go up the middle. Got some space down the far side here and swallowed up there. Maybe a gain of 3 on the play. That was Gavin Tyson on the carry once again for Kimberly. Hanselsberger with the tackle for SPASH. 2nd and 8 here for Kimberly. Second and 8. Power set in the shotgun. Handoff off the middle to Tyson once again. Stutter steps, and he gets stuffed up by a pack of Panthers there right at the line of scrimmage, and will bring up 3rd and 8 for this Papermaker offense. They give the tackle to the defensive end, Ethan Ellinger. So Ellinger on the tackle. Tyson with a gain of none on the play. And no, they're going to give him a yard. So they just moved the line of scrimmage up. 3rd and 7 here for the Papermakers. They just converted a 3rd and 7 here tonight. Dropping back, Pendleton will throw the sideline again. That one's going to be incomplete. 2 Panthers were in the area. Incomplete. Intended receiver Howard once again. And that will bring up 4th and 7. Kimberly will bring out the punt team. Now we did see, a couple of weeks ago I saw a fake punt. Wausau West pulled out a fake punt against DC Everest a couple of weeks ago. That was the final regular season of the game, and I don't know if we'll see that here this early in a playoff game, but we've seen it here this season. And here's the punt at the 45-yard line. It is away. Konopacki back to return. He's going to let it go into the end zone. Touchback. The SPASH offense will take over at the 20-yard line. And 1st and 10 for SPASH, their second drive here of the night. And that Panther offense, it was a 3-and-out their first drive, 2 runs with Braylon Smola. And then they threw outside to Konopacki, incomplete. Again, Konopacki early on in that for SPASH really kept them in the game. Konopacki and Shadana, that connection really kept SPASH in the game offensively, and then Smola finished it out with a couple of scores. Shadana over the middle, and that's going to be in contested coverage, and it's complete to Ahmad Konopacki over the middle. A 13-yard throw and catch. That was a very nice throw from Grant Shadana there. You want to throw it low right in front of the 2 safeties back there. And Konopacki makes the catch for a first down. And again, if you're a Kimberly fan watching this game, you're not that familiar with SPASH football, that is a guy Kimberly will have to look out for. Again, the SPASH has got a lot of weapons offensively, but Konopacki, to me, is the game-breaking guy that could go 80 yards at any point. He's shown that all year long. Drop back here. Shadana going to go off the middle to Smola, and we got a flag down before the play. False start called against the Panther offense that will back SPASH up 5 yards here. And it will bring up 1st and 15 here for the Panther offense. But again, last week, Konopacki was our Highlight House player of the game, and you name it what he did there. Double moves for deep touchdowns. He'd 50-50 balls. He'd go up and high point the football to make the catch. It was Konopacki's week last week for the SPASH Panthers. And you can bet that Kimberly, watching film of that game, some sort of game plan for that coming into this one. Handoff up the middle to Smola. Smola barrels forward past the 35-yard line, and that's, well, actually the 30-yard line. And maybe gets a yard, but if that, they'll give him a yard. It'll bring up 2nd and 14 here for the Panther offense. 2nd and long here for SPASH. And again, SPASH has so far not found much room on the ground tonight. Really the one solid offensive play they've had so far is that pass over the middle to Konopacki to get them the first down on this drive. 2 receivers to the right, 1 up top. That's Konopacki up top. Ellinger at tight end as well, and Coach Eigenberger wants a timeout for the Panthers. We'll take a quick break as well, tied up at 0s here with 4:37 left in this first quarter. Take a quick break. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Heartland Custom Homes is your local custom home builder for over 50 years right here in Plover. We are committed to making the process of constructing your dream home as engaging, efficient, and stress-free as possible. Our panelized construction is ideal for our central Wisconsin climate, and our expertise and workmanship give you the confidence to know that your home is in good hands. Stop in or schedule a meeting to talk about your vision and watch as your design takes shape before your eyes. You deserve the home of your dreams. Let Heartland Custom Homes bring yours to life.
Welcome back, everybody. SPASH football, 2nd and 14 here from Kimberly High School. Shadana drops back to throw. Double move to Konopacki. Here it is, and Shadana overthrew him a bit. And right on cue, again, SPASH, if they get one-on-one coverage with Konopacki on the outside, they are going to go to it. And Shadana overthrew him just a bit there, just out of Konopacki's reach. And talking with Coach Eigenberger last week, now, Coach Eigenberger gave us a little bit of a coach's answer. I asked him about Konopacki last week. He talked about, I asked about specifically the coverage they saw, and, he complimented Wausau West defensive backs, and no doubt Wausau West has good defensive backs, but you could see, you watched that football game, if you watched with us last week, when there is clear one-on-one, and most of the time you do get one-on-one in high school, it's normally zone coverage, but if you got one guy over there and no safety over the top, they were going for Konopacki last week, and that's what they tried again there. Here's the counter play to Braylon Smola, and that's not going to go anywhere. That's not going anywhere. This Kimberly defense all over the SPASH run game so far tonight. And that's going to bring up 4th and long, another punt for this SPASH offense. And the play you just saw there where Chandana is rolling out and then comes back on the counter play. That's a kind of unique counter play we've seen from SPASH quite a few times this year. It's worked really well, and I'm guessing Kimberly saw that on film. That's kind of a signature play SPASH likes to run. I guess the Papermakers and their defense saw that on film, and we're ready for that play here tonight. Here's the punt. It's away. Returned here, muffed. The punt was muffed, but it looks like he got on it. Looks like it will still be Papermaker football. But a dangerous play there as Cody Oberman mishandled the punt a little bit that time and able to fall back on it, though, as Kimberly will take over their second drive of the night at the 33-yard line, their own 33. They moved the ball pretty well their first drive. It just stalled out late. 1st and 10, Kimberly. Again, this is a matchup, if you're just joining us, between two teams that if they come out tonight, it would be no surprise to anybody if either of these two teams wound up at the state tournament. And that's going to be a gain of 5 here tonight. Again, talked about it before during the Auto Select pregame show. But how loaded this sectional was coming in with Hudson, Kimberly, and SPASH all in it. And not to mention some of the lower seeds that were pretty excellent as well here in this Division I sectional. But again, nobody would be surprised if the winner of this game moves on and goes to the state tournament. Absolutely nobody would be surprised at that. 2nd and 4 here for the Kimberly Papermakers. Pendleton at quarterback. Shotgun look. Handoff up the middle again. And a lot of space here. That's another Papermaker first down. Marcus Doucette, the junior, on the carry. And Kimberly has another first down. Again, Kimberly has not had trouble moving the football on the ground tonight. Again, SPASH had a couple of tackles for loss that last drive that ended Kimberly's drive, but this is what we saw to start the Papermaker drive on the last one. Pendleton. 2 receivers, 1 fullback, 1 halfback. Pendleton going to go up the middle to Tyson. Tyson reads his blockers, cuts it up, and he's got a few yards on the play. Gets it out to the 50-yard line. Going to be about 3 yards on the carry for Gavin Tyson. And if you're just joining us, it is very windy tonight, very cold. It is playoff football weather here tonight. 2nd and 7, Kimberly. Pendleton, Tyson behind him. Fullback goes in motion. And they're going to hand off up the middle here. A little bit of space. Not a lot. It's going to be a gain of maybe 3 on the play, and that was actually Marcus Doucette on the carry once again. And 3rd and manageable here for this Kimberly offense. 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 as we near the end of this first quarter. A minute and a half left here in the first quarter of play. 3rd and 4, Kimberly. The SPASH 48. Fullback comes in motion. Handoff up the middle again. Some more space and stuffed up quickly there, though, at the 45, and he's going to be short. I think that was Doucette again. A few SPASH Panthers in on the play. That time it was Eli Hanselsberger on the tackle. And a gain of 2. They gave it to Ellinger as well. Hanselsberger and Ellinger in on the tackle, but that was a great stuff up in the hole by Hanselsberger and Ellinger to just send Doucette backwards there. That is a tough tackle. And Kimberly's going to be short, and we're going to have another punt. 4th drive tonight, combined 4th punt. It's been a defensive battle so far, and that was kind of suspected it could be. Bobbled, or the snap was on the ground first, but able to be recovered here. And SPASH going to have a long way to go here as the ball gets all the way back near the 10-yard line. And that is where the SPASH Panther offense will start things off here tonight. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Again, they've had 1 first down so far tonight. It was that 13-yard completion over the middle to Amon Konopaki. That's what they had so far. Again, the score, as you can see, 0-0, but so far offensively, Kimberly has had a lot more success moving the football. They haven't been able to finish it out. They've kind of got stalled out right around midfield, but SPASH has struggled to get anything going on the ground so far. And again, coming into this game, we talked about the weather. We talked about the conditions here tonight, the wind, the temperature. We very well might have a low-scoring defensive battle here tonight. Shandana going to hand off up the middle to Smola. The most room he's probably had tonight, and he's going to gain 4 on the play. Braylon Smola on the carry. Give him about 3 or 4 on the carry for Braylon Smola. And again, if you're a SPASH fan, you're not used to seeing Stevens Point in low-scoring games. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Finish that thought. When we come back from break, we'll take a quick break. Back with more Level 2 WIAA football live on Zaleski Sports right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money. More opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
Welcome back, everybody. Zeros on the scoreboard. 2nd and 5 here for the SPASH Panthers. Shandana going to keep it himself up the middle. And it doesn't have a lot of space there. Again, this Kimberly defensive front has been as advertised here tonight. And this Kimberly team, no surprise they're being stout defensively. They have been all season long, but they're going up against maybe, at least in the conversation, for the best offense in the state of Wisconsin right now in the SPASH Panthers. 3rd and 3 here for SPASH, their most manageable 3rd down so far tonight. Shandana going to keep it himself again, the lead behind Smola, and he is stuffed up in the backfield. A loss on the play. On the tackle, Brody Beck. Brody Beck comes in from his linebacker spot and absolutely blows that up in the backfield. And another defensive stop for this Kimberly defense. 3 SPASH drives, 2 3-and-outs, 1 first down so far tonight. And SPASH will punt it here on 4th and 2. And, oh, no, they're going to fake it. And up the middle, he has got a lot of space. Down the near sideline. He is still going. Finally, no, not taken down. All the way down to the 10-yard line. Braylon Nystrom. What a call by Coach Eigenberger. Braylon Nystrom down to the 10-yard line. He keeps it from his up back spot, and those are calls you only see in playoff games. When your season's on the line, it's win or go home. You pull some of that stuff out that you've been practicing all year but haven't run yet in a game. And a fake punt, and what a risky call it was inside your own 20-yard line. If you don't get that, Kimberly might have an easy touchdown, but it works out, and what a play. Braylon Nystrom. 1st and goal for SPASH. Handoff up the middle to Braylon Smola. Just an unbelievable call by Coach Eigenberger. I mean, still early on in this football game, but for the record, that has been a style of Coach Eigenberger he likes to he likes some of the more risky offensive plays. I mean, I haven't seen a fake punt from him this year, but we've seen wide receiver passes multiple times this year. Eigenberger's got some things up his sleeve there on his offensive side. He's shown that this year. And his Panthers needed that jolt offensively. 2nd and goal from about the 8-yard line. They're going to give to Smola again. He might get past the 5 here, or right at the 5. Again, from where we are, trying to be able to see as best we can. We're outside the press box here. We are out in the cold, in the elements. Here, bringing this to you. We're getting the live nice feel here of playoff football outside. 6-yard line. It is 3rd and goal for SPASH. And again, when you get here to the red zone, you got to look out for number 21 tight end Ethan Ellinger. Guy SPASH likes to go to in the red zone. Trips right. Shot it out to Smola. He's got a lot of space out there. Cuts it inside. And he's he's short. Braylon Smola is short. What a tackle to stop him short of the goal line. And now, what do you do if you're Coach Eigenberger? On 4th and goal. And they are going to kick the field goal, it looks like. Excuse me. Chandonau was just coming out to get a play. I thought Chandonau was coming out of the football game, but nope, he's just coming out to get the play call. SPASH is going to go for it. And again, that is expected here. These Kimberly fans making some noise on 4th and goal. A huge play here in this first half. 4th and goal for SPASH. Chandonau going to take it himself. He trips up, and he is stopped short. And this Kimberly defense is fired up. Brody Beck was back there again. That time, Chandonau tripped on Braylon Smola. That was an interesting play. Smola is the lead blocker on those quarterback leads, and Chandonau tripped over him. I don't know if Smola maybe didn't get in the hole quick enough or if Chandonau went too quick, but whatever it was, the timing wasn't right on that play, and Chandonau just tripped up over his own running back that time. So a huge stop from Kimberly to allow 0 points after that SPASH fake punt got them down here. But now this Kimberly offense is at their own 2-yard line. They're going to have to go the length of the field, but right now they're probably thinking, let's just get ourselves some space here. Pendleton back in the shotgun. They've been able to run the football well tonight. Pendleton is going to drop back to throw here. He's going deep, and it's intercepted. Intercepted for the Panthers down the near sideline. Got some space. Taken down. I believe that's Johnny Anietes. Johnny Anietes with the interception. Anietes with the pick. And the Panthers with a quick turnaround. That was a risky call by Coach Michaelwitz there to drop back and throw on 1st and 10 at your own goal line. Mostly because you could get sacked. He had time to throw, went deep, a little bit overthrown, and Johnny Anietes was there for the interception for the Panthers. So now SPASH with some more great field position here, or this is by far the best field position they've started with at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal from the 5. Can SPASH punch it in this time? Chandonau up the middle to Smola. He's going outside and near the goal line, but not quite. Well, they'll give him about 2 yards on the play. Got to the 3 that time for Braylon Smola. 2nd and goal here. Again, SPASH, they continue to struggle running the football. This Kimberly defensive front has been able to stuff SPASH's run game all night. I wonder here if Coach Eigenberger doesn't just see if we've got one-on-one with Konopacki, if you got one-on-one with Konopacki on the outside, do you just throw a fade route up to him and let him go get it? Because Konopacki has shown the ability to go up and get the football. You can do the same thing to Ethan Ellinger as well. Big tight end, 6'4", 6'5" out there. Ethan Ellinger at tight end. He's lined up at the tight end spot here. We'll see what they go with. Chandonau sends Madlene in motion. They're going to roll right. They're going to go out to Konopacki, and he caught it. Did he get his feet in? Yes, touchdown SPASH. And right on cue, who is it again for this SPASH Panther offense? It is Grant Chandonau to Amon Konopacki. That has been the connection all year long. That was a perfect throw from Grant Chandonau that time. Right on the money on a quick out route on the rollout. Chandonau right on the money, and Konopacki makes the catch on the sideline for a touchdown. Again, that has been the connection all year long. Grant Chandana and Amon Konopaki. And again, I'm not. I hope I'm not being hyperbolic when I say, again, I've been in personal attendance for Muskego football games, the top team in the state ranked most of this season. McQuantico been a top-ranked team in the state this year. SPASH top-ranked team. Kimberly now. A lot of top teams I've had the privilege to see here this year, and I have not seen a quarterback-receiver combination like Chandana to Konopaki out of any team so far here this season. You saw it right there. Grant Chandana, Amon Konopaki. Touchdown SPASH. 7-0 Stevens Point. We'll take a quick break. Be back. Oh, we got a flag down. We have a flag down on the play. And a false start against SPASH here. 6-0 your score. Okay. So we got a false start on SPASH. They're going to have to retry the extra point. So they're going to back him up. SPASH going to have to retry the extra point. It is Sawyer Zugi to kick. And here is the kick from Zugi. It is up, and it is no good. Wide left from Sawyer Zugi, so the penalty costs SPASH. It is 6-0 Stevens Point. We will take a quick 30-second break back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Oh my gosh!
In today's economy, it seems the value of a dollar continues to shrink, while the services offered are getting less and less. Here at Maher Water Corporation, a new high-efficiency system made by WaterCare can help ease the stress on your checkbook. We are always available to analyze and recommend one of these units.
So while we can't actually make your money grow, we can make the value of what you get from Maher seem like it.
All right, welcome back, everybody. SPASH to kick it off. They lead Kimberly 6-0, but again, that penalty on the kickoff could prove to be costly. Again, Kimberly, they haven't scored yet, but they've moved the ball well on the ground so far tonight. Again, really, they had that turnover on Pendleton's throw over the middle, backed up deep their own territory, but the other two drives, they were able to move the ball past midfield, really solely with the ground game. Again, overall, SPASH has got the lead, but Kimberly's had a much more smooth offense tonight overall, other than that turnover that we saw. SPASH, really, they got great field position from a fake punt, and then the interception that Johnny Anietti's had really set up that drive, and the quick throw to Konopaki, and this is going to be into the end zone touchback. Kimberly will take over at the 20-yard line. 6:53 left here in this first half, as Kimberly will bring out that offense once again. And again, this just feels like it's gearing up to be an excellent football game here tonight. It'll be 1st and 10 Kimberly as their offense goes back to the huddle quickly. Coach Michaelwitz wanted to talk something over again, clarify some things. Power look here again for Kimberly. They like to go power. They got two receivers here this side, but they go shotgun, but they usually have a lot of blockers in there in the box. They're going to hand off here, and some space off tackle on the near sideline. And we got a flag down.
Stelzer on the tackle.
Stelzer on the tackle. There is a flag down. This may be a face mask call. We'll see. See what the referee says here. Personal foul, face mask call against the Panthers. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty. It'll move this Papermaker offense forward 15 yards. The Papermakers off to a good start here this drive. Again, whenever you can get 3 yards offensively, you will always take it. Especially in the postseason, in tough elements to play offensive football in tonight. Two receivers up top. Pendleton back there. Going to go off tackle to the outside here. A lot of space. That is Doucette again past the 50, and he's going to have a first down. 12-yard carry for Marcus Doucette. I know they're going to give him 9. They're going to give him 9 to the 50, so not quite a first down, and it'll bring up 2nd and short here for this Papermaker offense. 2nd and inches here for Kimberly. And again, they continue to run the ball well tonight. Here comes Pendleton. Shotgun look. Going to hand off outside. No, go up the middle with it. And no, that was not Pendleton. Actually, that time they had Braden Ellefson. They brought in Ellefson, the backup quarterback, into the football game. So Ellefson came in to run the football. And he gets the first down on the read option. Kind of an inverted read option there as the quarterback went inside instead of the running back. 1st and 10 here for the Papermakers at the 47-yard line. Here's Pendleton handing off outside, off tackle. That's Tyson. Got some space, makes a couple of Panthers miss, and he's got a nice 4 yards there for this Papermaker offense. Gavin Tyson on the carry. And again, keep in mind, if you're just joining us, SPASH, they scored a touchdown on their last drive, set up by an interception, but reason it's 6-0 is because they had a false start penalty that backed them up on the extra point, and then they missed the extra point after being backed up from the false start penalty. So the Kimberly offense moving here on this drive. As they really have moved the ball well all night. Pendleton on 2nd and 5 here for the Kimberly offense, back at quarterback. Going to hand off outside, off tackle. That's Tyson again. A little bit more space again, and Tyson is still going. He breaks out of the pile, and Tyson's got a 12. Well, see where they mark it here. Give him about a 17-yard carry there for Gavin Tyson. And it doesn't matter who carries the football tonight for Kimberly. They are moving this SPASH defensive front. Oh, and they've got illegal formation on Kimberly. So a big flag there on the Papermakers. Illegal shift on Kimberly, and that's a big penalty there to negate that first down. Going to back them up. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for this Papermaker offense. Kimberly now will have 2nd and 10. After that illegal shift penalty negates the first down and backs them up 5 yards. Pendleton drops back. He's going to go deep here. No, a screen. He's got a screen to Tyson, and he's got space. It's a first down. Right back just about to where Tyson was down on the last play. So Kimberly quickly reclaims that first down. First down Papermakers there at the SPASH 34-yard line. Again, also worth pointing out is that, again, the last score update I had between Neenah Chippewa Falls, that's who the winner of this game will play. Neenah was up 21-0, but no matter who wins that one, the winner of this game will host the next round. No matter what. It'll either be here at Kimberly at Papermaker Stadium or it'll be at Gerke Field for the Panthers. Rolling right here. And that's going to be on the sideline and caught. Nope. Yeah, it is caught. No, incomplete. The official from the back comes in and calls it incomplete. He says the ball hit the ground. Incomplete. The backside official comes in, and he was pretty emphatic about it. He was pretty emphatic. He must have seen it. I mean, he was pretty sure of himself. He came in and said, nope, that is incomplete. Ball hit the ground, and it's incomplete. Again, I can't tell from my angle whether it was caught or not, but the referee came in and said incomplete, 2nd and 10. Go with the referee's call. 2 receivers up to the top of the screen. Pendleton back at quarterback. Looks like Doucette back at running back. They will give to Doucette, off tackle to the right side, and he's bowling forward. That big Kimberly offensive line pushing him forward, and that's going to be an 8-yard gain for Marcus Doucette. 8 yards for Doucette. And Kimberly will have a 3rd and manageable here. 3rd and 3. So they give them 7 yards. Back them up about a yard from where they originally had it. 3rd and 3 for this Papermaker offense. Two receivers up to the top, and it looks like we've got Braden Ellefson in at quarterback. Handoff up the middle to Tyson. Tyson stopped. He's going to be very close here. He may have the first. It's going to be very close whether that was a first down. It looks like where they're marking it, he has it, and yes, he does. First down, Kimberly, as they continue this methodical drive here. It'll bring up 1st and 10 at the SPASH 24-yard line. Again, in case I haven't mentioned it yet, it is cold out here in Kimberly. It is windy. It is cold. These players are going to deal with the elements here. It's playoff football weather here tonight. Pendleton dropping back to throw. He's looking deep, going to step up. Now he's going to run with it. He's got some space, and he bowls forward. But a 7-yard gain on the carry that time for Carson Pendleton. So again, now this Kimberly offense starting to reap the rewards of kind of the productivity that they've had really all game offensively. They don't have a point yet, but they have moved the ball on the ground all night, and that's no different here this drive. It's just typically stalled out at midfield. This drive has kept going. They've continued that dominance on the ground. 2nd and 3 here for the Papermakers. Pendleton, hands off outside. That's Doucette. No, he keeps it himself, and actually that's the other quarterback, Ellefson again, keeping it on the read option. And that'll be another first down for the Papermakers. Ellefson, the quarterback, on the carry. First down, Papermakers. They mark that right around the 14-yard line of SPASH, and now Kimberly has also taken a lot of time off the clock with this methodical drive. 1.5 minutes left on the clock. We'll see if Coach Eigenberger elects to use any timeouts to try to give his offense a chance before the half is over. As Ellefson hands off outside to Doucette, and Doucette is stuffed up in the backfield. That again is Braylon Nystrom. Braylon Nystrom may be the player of the game so far for SPASH at least. As Kimberly is going to call timeout here as on the Nystrom tackle. But timeout, Kimberly. We're going to take a quick break. Be back with more Level 2 WIAA Division I football after this on Zaleski Sports.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Welcome back, everybody. It is 6-0 SPASH, but Kimberly in the red zone here, threatening with a chance to tie the football game before halftime. Pendleton in the shotgun, dropping back, rolling right. He's got a receiver, and he's caught it at the 6-yard line. We'll set up a manageable 3rd down here. Aaron Cullen on the catch. No, that was Hippis. That looks like number 9. Well, number 8, number 9 looks similar. Can't tell if that's a 9 or an 8. I thought it was a 9. Oh, that was Hippis there, but no, that's Aaron Cullen. Oh, we got 2 9s. Yeah, Hippis is also number 9 on this football team. So Aaron Cullen on the catch. We got 2 number 9s on the roster here tonight, and do we have another timeout? Yes, we do. Timeout, Kimberly, once again, this time with 31 seconds. Coach Eigenberger just going to let the clock go. And 31 seconds, timeout. Kimberly will take another quick break. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Welcome back, everybody. 6-0, 31 seconds left here in the first half. Kimberly threatening. It is 3rd and 2 here for the Papermakers. First down right around that 5-yard line. A little bit inside of it. power set here for the Papermakers. Ellefson, and now Stevens Point. SPASH wants a timeout. So another timeout out here as Coach Eichenberger calls time, and we will take another break as well. Quick 30-second break. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
Welcome back, everybody. Score 6-0 here. SPASH leads Kimberly in Level 2 postseason play. Point Heating and Cooling in Stevens Point and Plover, with more than 100 years of making your home and business comfortable. Call Point Heating and Cooling or visit pointheating.com. Here comes the Kimberly offense back in that power set. Still shotgun look, but loaded up front. Couple of fullbacks as well. Ellefson is in at quarterback. And Ellefson's going to keep it. Quarterback power off tackle. Makes one man miss. Falls forward down to the 2-yard line. And it's a first down for Kimberly. And again, SPASH only had 2 timeouts going into that last one where they had one. I was a little surprised to see SPASH and Coach Eichenberger not call one to try to get a little bit more time here. Kimberly gets the ball at half, but trying to get a stop here. Shotgun up the middle, and that is going to be into the end zone. Touchdown, Papermakers. At least it looks for the moment that it is. Yes, it is. I believe that was Doucette on the carry. Marcus Doucette with the rushing touchdown for the Kimberly Papermakers, and they have tied it up here towards the end of this first half. Marcus Doucette on the carry, 7 seconds left, and now the extra point would put Kimberly up by 1, 7-6. Hunter Berry, the kicker. Berry on the kick. It is up, and it is good. Kimberly has taken the lead here with 7 seconds left in the first half. We will take a quick break and be right back with the final 7 seconds of the first half after this on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Welcome back, everybody. It is 7-6 Kimberly. That was over an 8-minute drive for the Kimberly Papermakers, and that is quite a response to the SPASH touchdown drive. The drive previous. Kimberly to kick it off. You got to expect a squib here. Konopacki and Spiess back to return. Nope, they're just going to kick it off here. And Braylon Smola back there. Smola will take it on the return, and he's going to get taken down here. And 1 second on the first half clock. Again, if you're Coach Eichenberger at the 30-yard line, do you just knee it? Probably. Of course, you've got a big play offense, but Kimberly is likely going to be putting everybody back. It's going to be the most prevent defense you will see, and I think Point's just going to come out and take a knee here and go into halftime. We will see, but it looks like they are in the kneel formation. Chandana under center, and he will, or not quite under center, but he will take a knee, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've got a good one here in Level 2 postseason play. Kimberly leads SPASH 7-6 at halftime. We're going to take a quick break, hear from some of our great sponsors, but you'll also see an episode of Egger Hard Knocks live on Zaleski Sports as well. So we'll take a break, Back with the second half on Zaleski Sports.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s-themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe. And now open on Saturday nights. Try the new Rock and Roll Cafe Bar and Grill on Church Street.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
Save during the summer tire event at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers. Up to $150 back on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires. Buy online or mail-in rebate when you use the Goodyear credit card through June 30th at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza. Pan-style pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce. Toppings and slices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Football time. Let's talk about playoff football. We're going to mention some games on the network. We'll probably mention some others. But this all starts with this talk here. And these were halftime football scores, level 1 last week. And it was a comeback Friday across the network and across the state. And Dan and I do the Red Zone channel. What we talked about many times, because it is statistically true, 2 touchdown comeback in the fourth quarter, a near impossibility in high school football just because of the speed and the quickness and the play calling and the no huddle. All those things don't give that ability to have those big comebacks, and the skill level and the experience and just everything, even the coaching. It just doesn't happen. Yet though, Dan, here we were in a level 1 football scenario, and the first one I look at here was Wausau West SPASH. Halftime score, West 17, SPASH 7. It was 31-19 West entering the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And I'll be doggone if SPASH doesn't come back and win that game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I did the have 7 tabs open with audio on one of them.
Yeah.
And I just flipped, like every 30 seconds, just flip between 6 or 7 games on the network because they were all bangers. They were all great.
Iowa Scandinavia 16, Cambria Friesland at the half. Cambria Friesland comes back to win that game.
Iowa had a shot at that one at the end.
They did. Marathon 18, Auburndale nothing at halftime. That's the 1 seed Auburndale. They come back to win in the second half. The 2 seed Abbotsford 13, Cadott nothing. Cadott on a Hail Mary comes back to win the game with zeros on the clock. And then other close games, Edgar And Glenwood City was close throughout, even though Glenwood City didn't score. It was just 15-0 at halftime for the 2-seeded Wildcats. Kaukauna, the 1-seed, 8-seed Brookfield Central, tied at half 14.
Yes.
Tied at half. And Colby and Durand, Arkansas, another 1-seed. Colby, I think they finally scrapped that one out like 33-31 or something like that. Durand, Arkansas was in it till the end. And so we saw comebacks here, there, and everywhere on Friday night, and then close games where you expected the 1-seeds to carry the day, and that didn't happen by and large.
There were a lot of surprises. And generally speaking, most years, Level 1 football, the favorites just kind of stomp the 8 seed.
Yeah.
And like put it away in the first quarter. It's 21-0, and just kind of cycle the kids in to get ready for the next week. The Galloping Ghosts were more like the Trotting Spirits or something.
They needed more electrons to form a ghastly mist in the corner.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing with Kaukauna, is that they have a really good offense, but the defense has been shaky at times. They come up big when they have to, but they have a really tough game. I know you're going to preview games coming up, but they got a real tough one tomorrow night.
Yep. Well, let's go through them then, and we're going to start at the top of the schedule, found at ZaleskiSports.com. Again, I know people think I just know all this stuff and memorize it all. I don't. I just read off of the website just like you do at home. Too many games to keep track of. As a matter of fact, football playoffs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. SPASH at Kimberly. And we started in Division 1, the 3-seed Panthers, the 2-seed Papermakers. You and I got to stand on the sidelines in Week 8 and saw the Papermakers up close. And the Panthers will have their hands full on Friday night.
Absolutely will. SPASH looked really good in the second half of the game against West. They probably played one of the worst first halves of the season, I would say.
Yes, without a doubt.
Kimberly isn't winning hardware every year for no reason.
Right.
Yeah.
It's true. They are, though, let me say this. They are a slower version of Papermakers teams from the past, but defensively they are stout, and that's the matchup to watch over in Kimberly. Cale Jacoby on the call is the run and gun SPASH Panthers, and against a really good defensive Kimberly team in Kimberly.
Is he going to be in a suit?
On Friday night. Could be. It's going to be cold and windy, though, so I don't know. Could be, though. Could be.
His hair is going to be flown in the wind.
He's our Fabio in the making.
Yeah.
West Appear at Kaukauna as we move to Division 2. That's the 1 and the 4 seed. We talked about Kaukauna struggling in that first half against Brookfield Central. They do finally pull away in that second half. Again, final score of that game 33-14. West Appear though shut out Menominee Falls 27-0, and you've got West Appear coming to Kaukauna. Player of the Year Dorio Finley in the Fox Valley Association though at quarterback for the Ghosts on Friday night.
Yeah, so a rematch of last year in the playoffs. West Appear beat Kaukauna, I'm pretty sure. They also played in Week 2, and it was a very close game. So these teams know each other.
They do, and they will, and it's a very short drive. It's about 15 minutes on the bus from West Appear down to Kaukauna. We move to Division 4, and we see the upset Somerset football team coming into Mosney. Somerset, the 6 seed. They got past 3 seed O'Connell Falls on the road, 38-12. Didn't have any trouble with O'Connell Falls. Mosney, somewhat the same at home against Bloomer, 55-16. During the year, just note for Mosney fans that may be curious what we have to think. They've been a slow starting bunch. They've been a bunch to me that looks like at some times they kind of mentally check out of the game. And then come back in. I called one of the games, and that's what I saw pretty much the entire game. And you got a team like Somerset coming in with nothing to lose, right? I'm the 6 seed. I got nothing to lose. We're going to lay it all on the line here tonight in Mosney.
Yeah, Mosney, how much do they benefit from playing down a division this year? I mean, that's incredible. Mosney, yeah. And they have an offense where they're able to get the lead, and they grind games out, and they just batter that defensive line on the ground, and they are able to pass the ball as well. But Mosney is really built for the lead, and off the top of my head, I don't know if Mosney's trailed this year.
I doubt it. They only gave up 13 points in conference. 3 points in conference.
Yeah.
So it would seem that they have not.
Yeah.
And they haven't faced much adversity then either, aside from just getting in their own way at times during the season. Again, my observation. Yeah, an interesting thing there. Also a note, that game moved to D.C. Everest. They will play that game in Schofield as should Mosinee win. Go back to the bracket here in Division 4. Looking on my own, brackets found at WIAAWI.org. A small chance, but if Baldwin-Woodville, the 4 seed, were to upset St. Croix Central, that game back in Mosinee, then that next week in a level 3 game. So Mosinee saving their field for a potential level 3 game, but if it's chalk, they'll be headed over to St. Croix Central. So they're going to play the game at D.C. Everest anyway. Maybe it's just unplayable, even as it is now. Forgetting about setting it up for next week. Okay. Amherst at Wittenberg-Bournemouth. These two have been rivals for years. Recent memory, but for years. I remember Wittenberg-Bournemouth stole one at Amherst in a level 3 game a couple of years ago. And these two they just seem for the last 5 or 6 years just to battle each other every single year.
That bowling alley is going to be hopping in Wittenberg.
That's right. Yeah, new ownership there. I don't know who's running the joint anymore, but yeah, they love watching our broadcast from the bowling alley over in Wittenberg. You and I had a Red Zone channel there last year.
Yeah, Wittenberg, a more explosive offense. Amherst likes to control the game, a lot like Mosinee does. Really good defense. Offensively, I would say challenged at times, but it's really going to be that Wittenberg offense against the Falcon defense. And Wittenberg won a one-score game earlier on in the year.
It's true. Yep. Amherst defense also shaky at times. Wittenberg got there. They beat the Clintonville Truckers 46-8. Amherst got by New Holstein 14-0. So shutout, but just the 14 points offensively at home. But a win's a win. It's win in advance in the brackets.
It was 14-0. Early.
Yeah. I
And
think so too.
It was one of the tabs on my computer, and I kept checking back, and there's nothing going on.
Okay, so that's level 2 football in Division 5. Mike Wendlandt will be on the call from Wittenberg. Let's move now to Division 6 because we are on a seemingly collision course between Auburndale and Stratford. But first things first.
Really?
Yeah, it seems like it. And we've kind of thought this going back to about week 7.
Yeah.
In our seeding math as well. Coleman at Auburndale, Mondovi at Stratford. No recent history with Coleman and Auburndale, but the Eagles again fell behind 18-0 at halftime to the 8-seed Marathon Red Raiders last week. So can't have a slow start when the Panthers come to town on Friday night.
Yeah, and Marathon just played to not lose in the second half of that game at Auburndale. Really pushed Auburndale around. I heard that, and it wasn't on the network, so I don't know. But Auburndale played maybe their worst half of football, which is playoffs. Not a great time for that.
0 points, I would agree.
Right, and they've been rolling as of late. They beat Colby the week before, and kind of sleptwalked through the first half and built momentum. And the Marathon coaches just played to not lose and tried to run the clock out. And a lot of times when you try to be conservative and just try to not lose, you end up losing.
Yeah, right. What do they say? That prevent defense just prevents you from winning.
Yeah.
That's been the moniker there for a long time. So number 1 seed Auburndale Eagles, though, at home against the 5 seed Coleman Panthers. I think I'm saying that right. I think that's what that is.
Well, they're used to having rain on the field because there was a monsoon in week 9.
That's right, it was. Coleman, the 5 seed, got past the 4 seed Luther on the road, 31-21. And that 18-0 halftime deficit that Auburndale was in, they end up scoring 21 unanswered to win the game against Marathon 21-18. On the bottom side of that quadrant are the Stratford Tigers. They are the Division 6 defending state champions. I called that game last year from Camp Randall. They beat Mondovi. And wouldn't you know it, Dan, the Buffaloes are coming back now, and they are the 3 seed at Stratford. I believe Stratford's a better team than they were last year. If you ask folks in that Stratford program, they were planning for a state run this year. They were just a year ahead of schedule with some things kind of going their way last year. In Mondovi, a younger team, a different team this year. I expect Stratford to win going away, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, they're playing their best football right now. They might be playing better than they did in the playoffs last year.
I think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Stratford should be a heavy favorite if there were such a thing in high school football.
Yeah, there's not. It's just our opinions. But my opinion is Stratford going to win somewhat easily.
Where's that game at?
And that game is in Marshfield. Yep. So Stratford also a little bit concerned about their home grass turf. So they're going to play at Hiding Community Stadium in Marshfield. Kickoff for all these games, still 7 o'clock, but that game did get moved there. What's interesting there, though, is that last year Stratford without a home stadium because the grass issues continue this year. They played all their home games at Hiding Community Stadium last year. So they're very familiar with the whole setup. They were playing 5 or 6 games there last year, including the playoff games.
Yeah, a lot of these grass fields, the athletic director, I suppose, can't get out and even paint the field.
Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. You can't do any maintenance on that. It's been raining since Monday.
Yeah, so. And it's supposed to stop tomorrow, but it's supposed to be super cold.
Cold and windy tomorrow. Bundle up when you head out to the games. All right, let's take a trip over to Division 7. We'll start at the top. It's the number 1 seed Boyceville football team playing number 4 seed Spring Valley. We'll have that live. I should back up here. Auburndale, Ben Brecht on the call. Stratford, Dan Leonard on the call. In Boyceville, Bob Radovich and Dave Sparger on the call. Number 4 seed Spring Valley got past Hurley. We know all about the Hurley North Stars. 29-24 in Spring Valley. And it was Boyceville easily over Clear Lake, 41-3. And
it sounds like 2 salad dressings.
Boyceville and Spring Valley?
Yeah.
Well, you put the Spring Valley on the Boyceville.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. All the ingredients come together. And that's a football game on Friday night. Again, Bob Radovich on the call. Boyceville would appear to be the better team there. And they would play the winner in our final game on the preview rundown here. Dan, it is Edgar and Regis. Edgar, I know, after last year's complete beatdown at the hands of the Regis Ramblers in Eau Claire, we were at that game. Regis had that one figured out from the start. They literally ran all over the Edgar Wildcats. And Edgar, I know from the beginning of this football season, they wanted Regis, and they got Regis coming to Edgar on Friday night.
Yeah, I think they wanted them in level 3 instead of level 2. And we were at that game. I don't remember if we called that game or if we were just
We were
there.
doing the red zone from Carson Park.
Yeah,
that
because
day.
I remember not watching the game much in the second half.
Well, there was nothing to see.
Yeah.
It was a running clock game.
Do you have a score for that? 50-something to 6?
Yeah, it's about what it was.
What it was.
It was a tremendous score and a big score. We went back to look and we couldn't find anything. And the Edgar folks were going to look, and then I think they stopped looking because they couldn't find either. The last time Edgar had a running clock against them on the football field, we couldn't find it.
Really good. I wonder how many levels up that team could have played in one state last year, because 6 easily. I don't remember who won 5, but yeah, I would.
Aquinas won 5.
So maybe not Aquinas.
Maybe though.
Yeah, I mean they were so good.
That would have been a game I would have paid to see.
They have Division I football players all over that team.
An NFL prospect, Xander Rocco, an NFL prospect on that team.
Yeah.
So
not this year though.
Not this year. So yeah, and Edgar, and you and I talk about this offline sometimes. Edgar, a really good tackling football team defensively this year. That was the big problem last year over at Carson Park. Yeah. Regis, it still brings with it a certain cachet and a certain.
Welcome back, everybody. We're just about set to get underway here in the second half, and it continues. The temperature continues to drop here at Kimberly High School. It is not warm out here today. I do have an update as Kimberly will get the ball to start the second half. Once again, my name Cale Jacoby alongside Dan Nelson doing the production tonight. 43 degrees, but 14-mile-an-hour winds here in Kimberly, and it feels like it's about 20 degrees with that wind. It is ice cold. SPASH to kick off here to start the second half, and we are underway. One of the upbacks takes the return. That's Tyson, the running back, on the return here. Takes it out to the 35-yard line. And again, if you hear some shivering on my end, don't mind it. Try to ignore it. We are outside in the bleachers here at Kimberly High School. It's not like over with the old SPASH football games. You've got UW Stevens Point, Gerke Field there, and a nice heated press box in there. We've got a nice spot there. That's Missing that right about now, but you got to love it, though, playoff football here from Kimberly High School. It gets cold late in the football season. Here is Pendleton back at quarterback. Handoff outside. That's going to be Doucette, and Doucette's just got such a burst, and he carries the SPASH defender down for about 5 yards. Absolutely carries Riley Manternack. And now is where it gets tough because both these teams get a little bit of a break at halftime. Of course, they're dealing with the weather too, but when your adrenaline's going, you still feel a little bit warmer. You're not too cold out there, but then when you stop at halftime, it can start to get very chilly out there, and you can get a little bit tight there. Muscles start to tighten up a bit here as you start the second half, and that's a 13-yard carry for Doucette. They're going to give it to Doucette again. Doucette powers forward for a couple of yards. And again, Neenah beat Chippewa Falls tonight, 21-0. So the winner of this game will play Neenah a week from tonight. And again, Neenah is the 4 seed. Both these teams SPASH the 3 seed, Kimberly the 2 seed. So either way, whoever wins this game will host their next postseason game. They will play Neenah in level 3 next week. Pendleton, 2nd and 7 here. Looking outside, going to throw the football, and he's got his receiver on a quick screen for a few yards. That time it was Bryson Veith on the catch. Pendleton to Veith, Stelzer on the tackle. And it brings up 3rd and short here for this Kimberly offense. 3rd and 1 for Kimberly. Pistol look here for Kimberly. 2 receivers set. Pendleton drops back. No, he's going to hand off up the middle. That is Doucette. Doucette's got a lot of space, and he's taken down. He just about broke that for a touchdown. If it weren't for a couple of SPASH defensive backs, Doucette would have been gone, and Doucette looks like a rocket out of a cannon here. Like he has been fired out of a cannon to start this second half. I mean, he looked good in the first half, but here in the second, he has come out just with a burst in that backfield for this Kimberly offense. And at running back now is Gavin Tyson. And again, Kimberly has been able to run the football all night long tonight. Haven't seen it on the scoreboard, but can see it if you've been watching. And the throw complete there to the tight end. Taken down. That one caught by the tight end, Nathan Wilds. Wilds with the catch. And it's a first down for Kimberly. And the Papermakers driving down the football field here to start this second half. 9 minutes left here in the second half. First and 10 from the 20-yard line. Pendleton hands off to Doucette again. Doucette breaks it forward and just barely taken down. Flag down on the play. Flag down on the play here. We'll see the call. It is near a first down for Kimberly if it stands. Holds up, but no. Going to be a penalty holding call against Kimberly. That'll back them up from the spot of the foul.
Holding against the Papermakers.
So the Papermakers will back up. And again, with the Papermakers starting off this second half, just driving down the football field again. If you really, I mean, outside of a fake punt for SPASH and a turnover for Kimberly, this game has really been dominated by Kimberly tonight. You know, it doesn't show up on the scoreboard because that costly turnover and then a big fake punt from SPASH. They didn't score on it on that fake punt, but the costly turnover set up a touchdown for the Panthers. And outside of that, Kimberly has really controlled this football game. Pendleton going to go out into the flat in a truck there, but taking him down near the 20-yard line. That was Abe Coronado, the fullback. Stelzer on the catch, or excuse me, Stelzer on the tackle. Coronado on the catch. And it's going to bring up second and very long here. 2nd and 15, it looks like. So not a gain of much there. And again, if you're SPASH, obviously against every team you want to back them up in the down and distance. But especially against Kimberly, it's important because they want to run the football so much, and they've been doing it so successfully tonight. If you can back them up and make them pass, that is what you need to do defensively to try to stop them. Pendleton, the quick throw, quick slant, and he's got it complete to his receiver down near the 5-yard line, Bryson Veith. And so much for wanting to run the football. Pendleton right to Bryson Veith on a quick slant route. And it's a first down for the Papermakers on 2nd and 15. Again, Spash given some cushion there on the outside, and Veith takes advantage. Veith now with a couple of catches tonight for the Papermakers. Shotgun set. Pendleton up the middle to Doucette. Doucette powering forward, and is he into the end zone? He's going to be short. Just short of the goal line. Mark him down at the 1-yard line for Marcus Doucette. Ainslesberger makes the tackle. 2nd and goal here for Kimberly. On the carry from Doucette. You got to think they're going to go back to Doucette here. Doucette's really been the one that's let him down for most of this drive, and probably going to want to give him the ball and let him finish it out if you're Kimberly. But Spash trying to make a stop here. Just 1 yard to go, though. Ellefson is in at quarterback. He's going to hand off to Doucette. No, he kept it himself. Ellefson into the end zone. Touchdown, Kimberly. The Papermakers go up by 7 on the touchdown from Braden Ellefson. Ellefson scores it, and the Papermakers, they're going to kick the extra point here and try to go up by 8. And again, that missed extra point looking big here for Spash right now. To kick for Kimberly, Hunter Berry. On the extra point, it is up, and it is good. Kimberly goes up 14-6 on the Spash Panthers. We will take a quick break. Back in 30 seconds from Kimberly High School right after this on Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Welcome back, everybody. Kimberly to kick it off. Kimberly to kick off, Spash to return here as my program's flying all over the place. The wind just will not stop here tonight. Kimberly to kick off. It is Braylon Smola and Amon Konopacki back to return. Again, those two have been back there to return since this postseason has started. A squib kick again to one of the up men. And that's Izzy Moore on the return. Moore has got a little bit of space outside here, and he's going to have a return down to the 45-yard line. Nice return that time by Izzy Moore. Izzy Moore on the return that time. And Spash takes over here, 1st and 10. With good field position here at their own 45-yard line. Now, can Spash get something going offensively? Because they have 6 points, but they were set up by an interception by Johnny Anietes to really have a chance to score there. And they're going to Konopacki. It's incomplete. Shot it on, missed him. Konopacki wants the flag. He won't get it. And again, that was Konopacki was open over the middle. If Konopacki's hit in stride there, he might be gone. But Shadana just threw it behind him a bit, and it was deflected away. Again, there's a reason I mentioned Konopacki so much is because he's open every single play, and that is no joke. but Chandana just missed him that time. Chandana takes the snap, handoff up the middle. That's Smola. He goes off tackle with it, and he's stuffed up. And again, and saw that a little bit from Chandana last week. Chandana, I've said on multiple broadcasts this year, one of the more accurate quarterbacks I've seen play all season long, as we're going to have a timeout injury here for Kimberly. We're going to take a quick break while they try to take care of the injured player down there on the football field. We'll be back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Welcome back, everybody, as looks like the injured player, Cody Oberman, is walking off under his own power. That's what we like to see. We hope Oberman can make a quick recovery and get back out there onto the field, and hopefully he's not too banged up. Hopefully he can get back out there healthy for Oberman. But again, as I was saying before the break, talking about Grant Chandana, SPASH starting quarterback, I've said on multiple SPASH broadcasts this year, maybe the most accurate quarterback I've seen, so far this season, or he's in the conversation. But these last couple of weeks, last week he missed some throws we normally see him make, and tonight again he's missing some throws. But tonight there's a lot of wind here tonight. And 3rd and 8, and SPASH goes with a run. And you got to think maybe they're thinking they're just going to go for it here at midfield, but they didn't get much. So I don't know if Coach Eigenberger will go for it, and he will. So SPASH, Coach Eigenberger just thinking 4-down territory here. We're going to run the football, see what we can get, and then run a play on 4th down. And they gain 1 yard on the run with Smola. The SPASH Panthers have not been able to get anything going on the ground all night. This Kimberly defensive front has been stout all night. 4th and 6 here for the Panthers. A huge play in this second half. 5.5 minutes left here in the third quarter, but timeout SPASH. So on 4th and 6, SPASH calls timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. Be back with this 4th and 6 play after this on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Welcome back, everybody. Ag Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services. Contact Ag Country in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford. And get your customized uniforms, team shirts, school apparel, and so much more from Made It Custom in Stevens Point. Hoff Favor Real Estate, Andy Hoff and Cindy LaChapelle of Hoff Favor Real Estate Group are your local Stevens Point realtors. That's Andy Hoff and Cindy LaChapelle of Hoff Favor Real Estate. 4th and 6 here for the SPASH Panthers. See what they go with here. Konopacki comes in motion, and he's going on a wheel route deep, double coverage, and he caught it. He caught the football. Amon Konopacki, you've got to be kidding me. This Amon Konopacki, Kakana knew it. Kakana knew what Stevens Point was going to do. They've clearly studied their film. They said, we know you're going to number 7. We know you're going to Konopacki. And they threw the football anyway, double covered him. Chandana just said, who cares? It's Amon Konopacki throwing him the football, gave his receiver a shot, and Konopacki comes up with it. And again, this is why, if you listen to SPASH broadcasts or have heard me speak on SPASH broadcasts throughout this year, this is why I speak so highly of Konopacki. This is a player that just makes these plays every single week for this SPASH offense. And again, they ran a wheel route with Konopacki. Kimberly defended it perfectly. They saw it coming. They knew exactly what was coming. Konopacki makes the play anyways. 2nd and 6 here for the SPASH Panthers. Chandana at quarterback. He's waiting here. Going a hard count. Going to drop back. Double move for Konopacki, and Konopacki is just being double covered outright right now. A flag down. Smola caught the football near a first down, but there's a flag down. He might have a holding here for Spash. And again, if we had replay tonight, I'd show you. We don't. That was just bracket coverage on Amon Konopacki that time from Kimberly. Two guys just stuffed Konopacki up at the line of scrimmage, two defensive backs, to not even allow Konopacki to move off the line of scrimmage. That's where Spash was going with the football. They were trying to hit Konopacki with a double move. He couldn't even move because Kimberly, those two defensive backs, were all over him. I mean, that was, and again, that, in my eyes, I think that's a great choice, as that's going to be a holding call against Spash. And again, I've been on this for a long time with this Spash football team. I think Coach Michaelwitz, I think it's a very smart move by Coach Michaelwitz to say, we're just putting two guys over here on Konopacki, throw it to somebody else. Spash has got other weapons. Ethan Ellinger can really play. Madlena's had a couple of big games this year, but the game breaker on this team, and Kimberly can tell, is Amon Konopacki. And that time we finally saw a team double cover him. Just put two guys over there. Now, if you're Spash, there's a counter to that. Coach Eigenberger, I'm sure, can see that as well as I can, probably better than I can. And we'll see how Spash adjusts. If they continue to double-team Konopacki, do we see Ellinger get more involved over the middle? Do we see Smola in the pass game a little bit more? We shall see. Shana going to drop back to throw. And he's going to Konopacki. Double coverage, and it's incomplete, but flag down. Flag down on the play. Flag down on the play. And we might have pass interference here. And again, Spash's offense has now become, where is number 7? Throw him the football no matter what. That is where we're at here. That is where we're at. I mean, that's the only thing that has worked tonight. That is the only thing that has worked. But we're going to have a flag down, and that is going to be on Kimberly. And pass interference called against the Kimberly Papermakers. I mean, you look at that play, Amon Konopacki's got two guys draped all over him. All over him. And Chandana still has the confidence to throw him the football, and I don't blame him. 2nd and 1 here for the Spash Panther offense. As that penalty will bring up 2nd and short here again. High school football, not like the NFL. It's not spot of the foul. It's a yardage penalty. Konopacki over there, and yep, double coverage immediately. You got a safety over there by Konopacki. He's double covered. Shadana back the other way. Deep to the end zone. It's caught. It is caught. Down at the 1-yard line. Was that Kyle Madlena? It looked like it may have been. No, Braylon Smola on the sideline. And again, we talked about it. How does Coach Eigenberger adjust to Kimberly double-teaming him on Konopacki? He goes to his star running back the other side, and that was a perfect throw by Grant Chandana. An excellent throw and an excellent catch by the running back, Braylon Smola. Chandana keeps it himself, powering forward, and he is going to be short, I believe. I believe Chandana's short. Just got back to the line of scrimmage. That quarterback power has gone nowhere all night for this Panther offense. It has gone absolutely nowhere. 2nd and goal here. Spash struggled in this spot earlier where they had it on after their punt fake that got them down in this area. They weren't able to punch it in, and they wound up scoring a touchdown on their next drive in this situation on a quick out route to Konopacki. We'll see what they go with here. I'd expect to maybe see Smola get involved here. Smola's a power back, and they are going to give to Smola, and Smola is into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Spash has come within 2 points here in this second half. But now, because of the missed extra point after a false start penalty in the first half, Spash will need a 2-point conversion to tie the football game. And again, you got to give the Spash offense credit, Smola credit on that drive. That was an excellent catch and an excellent throw by Chandana to set up that touchdown as well. Of course, Smola punches it in on the ground. Chandana. And going over the middle to Ellinger, incomplete. Chandana was low on the throw. It looked like Ellinger was open for a moment, but Chandana just misses low on the throw, and Kimberly retains the lead over Spash. It's 14-12. Kimberly leads Spash. We'll take a break. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Carter Howard back to return for Kimberly. Heartland Custom Homes is Central Wisconsin's premier home builder. For 50 years, Heartland Custom Homes in Plover has kept their mission of building better living for you and your family. And Par 4 Bistro in Wapaka is your choice for a wonderful dining experience. With a full menu of delicious options, visit Par 4 Bistro on Highway 54 in Wapaka. Kick is away from Dillingham. Howard takes it. The 6-yard line. He's got space. He has got a lot of space down the far sideline and tripped up at the 50, just barely. Just tackled by the shoestring that time. Carter Howard may have been gone if that didn't happen, but there's also a flag down here. We've got a flag down back near the 25-yard line. And the referees are looking to smash the sideline, which usually means it'll be against Kimberly. And we've got a holding call against Kimberly. So negate that return, and we will go back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. That is a huge flag because that is essentially, as they're going to mark this one at around the 15-yard line, that's essentially a 35-yard penalty. Because it goes from the spot of the foul. Originally, Kimberly would have started this drive at the 50-yard line. Instead, they'll start at their own 15. But as we've seen tonight, the Papermakers have had no problem moving the football tonight. They've been running the football incredibly well. You got to give this Kimberly offensive line a ton of credit for how they've been just opening up holes here tonight. They're going to hand off outside to Doucette. Doucette has been on fire tonight, and he continues it. 2 missed tackles and taken down for a 25-yard gain. Right now, it just looks like this Kimberly run offense has worn down the SPASH defense. That is what it looks like out on the football field. It just looks like Kimberly, they've been running the football all night long. I think in a cold weather game like this, it just looks like they have worn down this SPASH defense, or in the process of doing so. As Doucette has got big holes to run through, and man, he makes players miss as well. Doucette does not go down on the first tackler very often. Pendleton back at quarterback, shotgun, 1st and 10. Trips left here, spread for the first time we've seen in a while. Pendleton going to go over the middle, caught in the middle of his own coverage. There's Veith. He's got a lot of space down the far sideline, cuts it up. Spies takes him down, and a completion to Bryson Veith. And Veith has had a fantastic game at his receiver spot as well, but there's a flag down again. We've got another flag down. This one looked like it came down at the end of the play, or towards the end of the play. That's where the flag is. We'll see the call. Personal foul against Stevens Point.
Personal foul against Stevens Point.
We didn't get any more of a call other than just personal foul. I don't know if it was a face mask. Don't know if it was a helmet. I don't know what the exact call was, but just personal foul against the Panthers. And this Kimberly offense, in the blink of an eye, is down in SPASH territory in the red zone. And again, this has been, even though it was a low-scoring first half, Kimberly had just 7 points. They have dominated offensively the entire night. SPASH has had no answer for their run game, and now Kimberly getting that pass game going a little bit, especially to wide receiver Bryson Veith. Pendleton back there. Tyson at running back. They're going to hand it to Tyson. Tyson cuts it up and then taken down around the 10-yard line. Going to be about a 5-yard gain there for Tyson, Gavin Tyson. We'll bring up 2nd and down. It'll be 2nd and 3 here for the Papermakers. 7 yards for Tyson on the play from that 8-yard line. Pendleton back at quarterback. Handoff, that's Doucette. Doucette cuts it up, powers forward, and man, Doucette has just got powerful legs there for a running back. Just does not go down. He battles away, and now it looks like we've got a papermaker down on the field. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with an injury update for you after this on Zaleski Sports. All right, welcome back, everybody. That is Marcus Doucette was the injured player, and it doesn't look like he's able to put any weight on that right foot right now. And they're going to take him into the injury tent. So Doucette's going to go into the tent and get looked at, and we hope Doucette's able to come back quickly because that is an excellent player there. That is an excellent player there for Kimberly, and that's a big loss if they don't have him. But we hope that he can make a quick recovery and come back into this football game. But Kimberly scores a touchdown. Gavin Tyson up the middle for the score. Tyson scores the touchdown for the Papermakers, and Kimberly goes up 20-12 now. As with an extra point, they will be up by 2 scores. And again, go back and think about the missed extra point from SPASH before. It happened because of a false start penalty, pushed them back 5 yards. The extra point, no good by Zugi, and that is why SPASH had to go for 2 their last drive. That is why they will be down by 2 scores instead of 1 after this extra point if it is made. Hunter Berry on the kick. The kick's up, looks good, and it is good. Kimberly goes up 21-12. They immediately answer SPASH's touchdown drive with a touchdown of their own. We'll take a quick 30-second break. Be back with more Level 2 Division 1 WIAA football after this on Zaleski Sports.
To me, the perfect run is when things start to get tough and I'm trying to keep my pace going and I hit this moment where I just quit thinking about what I'm doing. I've heard surgeons mention that as well, that during their best surgeries, you're kind of in just a pure flow. You know, my goal with patients is to try to help them get back to doing what they want to be doing.
Welcome back, everybody. It is 21-12. Kimberly leads SPASH. Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft is a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays. For Wisconsin's finest cheese, stop at Cheese Pleasers right off I-39 in Bancroft. And Rocky Rococo's, as we'll hear from Rocky Rococo's in just a moment. For your next catering, birthday party, family night out, or just lunch on the move, make it a delicious, cheesy, Chicago-style deep dish slice from the one, the only Rocky Rococo's in Stevens Point. And the ball just blew off the tee there. In case you wanted a visual representation for how windy it is, the ball just blew off the kickoff tee. SPASH will take over here, down by 9, and time winding down here in the third quarter. Not total desperation time yet. Still enough time on the clock, but they will kick it deep for the first time in a while here tonight. Smola back to return, and Smola doesn't go anywhere. Gets it out just past the 20-yard line. They'll mark him at the 22, and the SPASH offense will take over. And now for SPASH, you know, we talked about it last drive. We saw Kimberly go with a double coverage on Konopacki every play, and I just don't know if you're going to be able to go to Konopacki much for the remainder of this game if Kimberly's going to keep double teaming him that way. It's going to have to be somebody else coming up with a big play for SPASH or a sequence of plays if they want to score on this drive and keep this game close. Because, and if you're SPASH, it feels like a must-score drive because your defense has not shown any ability to stop Kimberly tonight. Chandna drops back. He's going over the middle, and he has got his receiver at the 50-yard line, and that is Jackson Stetler with the catch. Stetler has not been an often used target for SPASH this season, but makes a huge play there. The catch over the middle for Jackson Stetler, and right on cue, just said it, Konopacki facing the double teams here quite a bit. He's not going to face one on this play, though. He's one-on-one this time. They hand it off to Smola. And again, that's what you need if you're SPASH, to try to get Kimberly to play straight up, as I'll finish that thought after this break. We're going to take a quick break. It's the end of the third quarter. Kimberly leads SPASH 21-12. We'll take a break. Back with the fourth quarter after this on Zaleski Sports.
As a proud sponsor of Zaleski Sports, Stevens Point Brewery brings you a variety of gourmet sodas to indulge in while watching your favorite teams. Flavors include black cherry cream, kitty cocktail, mango, orange cream, vanilla cream, and root beer in regular or zero sugar. Have it as a float for the perfect post-game treat.
The winner of tonight's game will host Neenah on Friday. Just make sure you... Winner will host Neenah next week, Friday. Toyland is now open at Fleet Farm with their Price Match Plus guarantee. If you find a lower toy price, they'll beat it by 5%. You'll get the best price on a huge selection of toys at Fleet Farm. And Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. They have locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, or learn more at nicolaybank.com. SPASH offense takes over. It is 2nd and 9 after the 1-yard Smola run. Chandna rolling right, looking, can't find anybody, and he cuts it up. He's going to run the football, and he breaks out of a couple of tackles and gets a nice gain out of it. Credit to Chandna on that run. It looked like he was going to be sacked pretty easily there, but he cut it up and made a positive play out of it. Sets up a 3rd and manageable here for this SPASH offense. But again, we saw Konopacki getting doubled there, but a couple of plays, a throw to Smola that worked, a throw over the middle of Stetler that worked. Hopefully, or first SPASH gets Kimberly to play a little bit more straight up over there, powering forward near the first down marker. And that's going to be a first down for SPASH. And again, that's what we talked about coming into this game. Konopacki, unbelievable playmaking threat, but this SPASH team has other wide receiving weapons as well that we've seen this year. Kyle Mandolino was one of our highlight house players of the game this year, had a big game earlier this season. Just saw Stetler come up with a big catch. Ethan Ellinger, who we haven't seen it with a catch tonight, but we've seen him have big games this year as well. Chandna up the middle to Smola, and Smola gets swallowed up again. Wow. That Kimberly defense just all over the place. Sam McGivern with the play that time. And this SPASH run game has just been non-existent tonight. Kimberly has made it a point to stuff their run game all night long. It seems like, as we've seen tonight, it's going to have to be through the air that the Panthers are going to have to win this football game, or try to win this football game. Try to get something going. That is where all of their big plays have come from tonight, through the air. 2 receivers, or trips left. Here, Konopacki and Stetler. Looks like Ellinger there as well. Chandna drops back to throw. Quick, flat route, and it's incomplete. Deflected, incomplete. Nearly picked off. That was nearly a pick 6. As Sawyer Hanlon was right there. Hanlon saw that one coming and nearly had a pick 6 that time. Saw Coach Eichenberger. He ran 3 deep routes trying to get Smola open in the flat. Smola had some space out there, but Hanlon was ready for it out of his defensive end spot. Shotgun look here. Madalena to our near side. Konopacki to the opposite side. Chandna drops back to throw. He's looking deep. He's got pressure. He's going to tuck it and run, and he's going to get swallowed up for a gain of just a few. And this is going to bring up a 4th down for the SPASH offense. It'll bring up 4th and 7 here for the Panthers. Again, winner of this game will play Neenah, will host Neenah a week from tonight in Level 3 playoff football. Shotgun, it's 4th and 7. Huge play in the fourth quarter. Chandana drops back. He is going to the sideline. Caught by, is that Konopacki? It is. First down, Panthers. Amon Konopacki with a quick comeback route. Toe taps the sideline. And the Chandana to Konopacki connection gives SPASH a huge first down there. 9.5 minutes on the clock. Shotgun look. SPASH going hurry up here. Chandana drops back to throw. He's going to tuck it and run again. He's looking for space on the outside. Not as much, but he'll get out of bounds. Maybe a gain of 4 or 5 on the play that time for Chandana. We'll see where they mark it, but it looked like about a gain of 4 there for Chandana that time. They'll mark it at the 28. And it'll be a gain of, well, maybe 2 or 3, really. 2nd and a long 7 here for the Panthers. Shotgun here for Chandana. Konopacki in motion. Play action fake, and he's looking deep for Konopacki. One man there, he's up for it. It's deflected away, and a great defensive play. Konopacki looking for a flag. He won't get it. But that was really just a great defensive play made by Cody Oberman. He came from behind, got his hand in there, and poked it away from Konopacki. And again, that was just a jump ball for Konopacki. Normally Konopacki wins those, but that was a great play by Cody Oberman. That is not easy to do, to take Konopacki one-on-one and go with that. They double coverage on Konopacki here on 3rd down. Chandana drops back. He was looking for Konopacki, saw the coverage, now he comes back the other way, and it's caught. That is a SPASH first down. Another catch. Another catch for Jackson Stetler. Stetler's had a couple of huge catches here in this fourth quarter. He had that 25-yard one that started this drive, and then that is a huge 3rd down completion on the sideline for Stetler. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Chandana. They're going to give to Smola, and Smola gets more yards than on a carry. Maybe he's more space on that carry than maybe he's had all night. And it might be just about a 3-yard carry. That's about the kind of night it's been for the SPASH run game. If you get 3 yards, you're happy tonight for the SPASH offense. As long as you don't go backwards and you don't get stuffed up at the line, 3 yards is like hitting a home run here tonight for that run game. And that is all credit to this Kimberly defense. They have been stymieing this SPASH run offense. We'll see if the Panthers go back to the air. 2nd and 7. Chandana will drop back to throw. It's a screen pass to Smola. Cuts it up, breaks out of one tackle, and the Papermakers were all over that one. They have not been fooled by screens tonight. That has not been what has beat them so far. They've been all over those screens so far tonight from SPASH. We got 8:16 left here in the fourth quarter. Brings up 3rd and 5 now for this Panther offense. See what they go with now. They've got, well, that's Madalena to our near side. Chandana drops back to throw. He's looking to the sideline. That's Konopacki on a fade route, and it is caught. Touchdown Panthers. Amon Konopacki once again. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Grant Chandana to Amon Konopacki connection continues and keeps the Panthers in this football game. It has been Konopacki's postseason for the Panthers so far, and he makes another play there. But with that being said, you've got to give credit to guys like Jackson Stetler on that drive. A couple of big catches, and of course Grant Chandana, very accurate on that drive. Back at quarterback for Stevens Point as Zugi comes on for the extra point. And it is blocked. It is blocked. The extra point is blocked. So it'll be a 3-point game. And again, that's a pretty big extra point. When it comes down to it, you make that extra point, it's a 2-point game. You're a field goal away from winning the football game. Instead, only 6, and now it's a field goal to tie the football game at 21-18. We will keep it here. Keep it here live from from Papermaker Stadium. just down the road from Kimberly High School. But what a game we have had here tonight. No matter what team you're rooting for, you can't ask for a better matchup. And again, we said that coming into this game. These are two teams that you usually wouldn't see play each other till a lot later in the postseason, at least level 3. It just so happened that because of seeding and where these teams were lined up in a sectional, that you get two of the top teams in the state playing each other right here in level 2. That is not something we're normally fortunate enough to get this early. And we've had it tonight. It has been an excellent game tonight. The SPASH passing offense has come up big here in the second half as Kimberly has just stuffed their run game all night. And the Kimberly run offense has been as unstoppable as any I've seen all season long. I mean, it has been machine-like for this Kimberly run offense. Dillingham, the onside kick. The onside kick, and Coach Eigenberger, I think, showing you how much confidence he has in his defense right there. Going with an onside kick. It's recovered by Kimberly. And a fair catch, and it was fair caught. Didn't see who caught the ball, but great coverage there by Kimberly as they were ready for it that time. And Kimberly will take over at the 49. And again, I don't hate the call by Coach Eigenberger. I don't mind that call because your defense has not shown any ability to stop this Kimberly run offense all night long. This Kimberly run offense has, even when they weren't scoring touchdowns early in the game, it's been moving up and down the field all night. Tyson in at running back, and he's got space. Tyson with a lot of space down the near side, past the 25 and at the 23-yard line. It's a quick first down for Gavin Tyson. And again, I don't see Marcus Doucette out there right now. No, there he is. There's Marcus Doucette. So good to see him back out on the field. He made a quick recovery there. I was just going to say maybe he was out of the game, but it's good to see Doucette back out there onto the football field. Tyson had the big carry there, though. Really, both backs have been great tonight, Tyson and Doucette. Pendleton going to hand off to Doucette. Doucette with another nice run, gain of a few. Again, Doucette's just got such a quick burst. When he decides, I'm going to hit this hole, he hits it. And that's really all you can ask for from a running back. That is quite the quality of a great running back to, once you see the hole, hit the hole. And that is what Doucette does. 2nd and 6 here for Kimberly as they have another good drive brewing here. A touchdown would come very close to putting this game away. Pendleton, and looks like Ellinger went early. Ellinger gives himself a little love tap on the helmet there and not happy with himself, as that is going to be an offsides penalty on Ellinger of SPASH. Offsides on the Panthers, and it's going to move Kimberly up 5 yards. 2nd and short now for the Papermakers. But if you're SPASH here defensively, you're just thinking keep him out of the end zone. That is because Kimberly gets into the end zone here, and it becomes incredibly difficult for SPASH to come back in this football game. It'd be a 2-score game, and time's running out here. Pendleton up to Doucette, breaks out of one tackle, breaks out of another tackle. Doucette is into the end zone. Touchdown, Papermakers, and Marcus Doucette has gone a long way to closing this game out for the Papermakers. Marcus Doucette has been a steamroller here tonight, and he shows it again there. Doucette's been doing that all year for this Papermaker team. And the Papermakers go up 27-18 here on the Panthers. And here's the extra point for Hunter Berry. Berry with the kick. It is up, and it is good. The Papermakers take the 28-18 lead over SPASH here with 6:20 left in the fourth quarter. We will keep it here once again hear from our friends over at Wood Street Rentals in just a moment. No matter the job, big or small, look to Wood Street Rentals to get the equipment you need to get the job done. Offering a wide range of equipment needs and delivery to any job site. Look to Wood Street Rentals in Stevens Point. And get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. And thanks to our game day sponsors, U.S. Bank of Stevens Point, Franny's Family Restaurant, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Arbuckles, Point Insurance, and Premier Auto. Also, Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. And Feltz's Dairy Store is Stevens Point's favorite place for cheeses, ice cream, meat, and more, all grown right here in central Wisconsin. Feltz Dairy Store, food, family, and fun. Kimberly to kick off. And SPASH now in a spot where they need to score and score quickly, and the ball just fell off the tee again. The wind continues to make kicking difficult. And again, you look at it here tonight. Obviously, Kimberly's got a two-score lead, but the reason they got a two-score lead is because SPASH has had a lot of problems with extra points tonight. Well, two, really, that have made them go for it on another time that have kind of done them in there in that category. Konopacki, the ball just dies in the grass. Konopacki will take the return. Tries to find a lane to the outside. Found a little bit of space, but the Papermakers were there to take him down at the 27-yard line, and now out comes this SPASH offense. And Chandana is going to have to be near perfect here from the quarterback spot. And SPASH more than likely going to need guys like Stetler to come up big again. Madalena, Smola, because I'm guessing Konopacki is going to face two defenders every play again, and it looks like he will on this play. Chandana, they're going to go deep to Konopacki. He found space, but Chandana missed him. Somehow Konopacki got open against double coverage there. He had a corner on the outside, a safety on the inside, and somehow Konopacki still got open on a wheel route. And if Chandana hits him there, that might be, if Konopacki can make guys miss, that might be another SPASH touchdown. But Chandana just a little strong on him. Again, it is very windy tonight. Should keep that in mind. Those deep throws get a lot tougher out here in the wind. Chandana drops back again. This time he's going to go short to Kyle Madalena, who dropped the football. No, that's incomplete. That's the wrong call. Yep, that's incomplete. That was obviously incomplete. That should have been blown dead much sooner. Madalena never caught that ball, and now Madalena's down. Kyle Madalena's down on the field, and we're going to take a break here and get you an update. Hopefully Madalena's all right. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and on Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. From oil changes, check engine lights, brakes, struts, shocks, tires, your vehicle is always in good hands with Auto Select. Quality, dependable automotive care from service experts you can trust in Stevens Point and Plover.
Welcome back, everybody. Kyle Madalena ran off the field under his own power. He looks to be at least okay enough for the moment, but we hope that Madalena's all right and can make a quick recovery, maybe come back to this game, or at least that he's all right. His health is all right out there. But Madalena was able to run off the field under his own power, and that brings up a 3rd and 10, a long 3rd and 10 here for the Panthers off that incompletion to Madalena. Trips left here. Back-to-back incompletion. Chandana rolls left. He's looking for Konopacki, and he's got him. Konopacki somehow finds his way open again for a SPASH first down. And I think that time SPASH with trips left, Kimberly was not able to send another guy to Konopacki and double him as they had been this second half. So Konopacki, against zone coverage there, was able to find an opening there on the sideline for a SPASH first down. SPASH with a lot of work to do here, down by 10. 5:55 on the clock. Chandana. Konopaki in the slot now. On the far side. Chandana trying to send his receiver in motion. There's a lot of confusion going on the field right now. Chandana looks like he's got no idea. And there's a lot of confusion out here. This is going to be, could have been a delay game, but throw over the middle, caught by Ellinger. And we got a false start call on SPASH. That was a mess. That was an absolute mess before that play. I mean, there was just a lot of confusion. Chandana was yelling over to Coach Eigenberger. He didn't look like he knew what was going on or what. There was some confusion of some sort. You had Belson, who was lined up on the line of scrimmage. He had to back off the line of scrimmage, and I think that's where the false start call came from. But that was just something that looked like it was doomed to fail from the start. There was a lot of confusion there. 1st and 15 here for SPASH on the 5-yard false start penalty. Sends Belson in motion. Chandana going deep to Konopaki again, and Konopaki caught the football. Again, this is just, week in, week out, I am just amazed with Amon Konopaki. And you know, we've heard from Coach Eigenberger here. He talked to Jason about how not a lot of colleges have reached out to him about these players. And man, I'm a little shocked at that in general, but for Konopaki especially, complete to Ellinger. No, he dropped it. But again, to be a little bit more succinct on that thought, Coach Eigenberger talked about how, you know, he's got confidence in this football team. This was back with an interview with Jason Zaleski earlier this year, and how he doesn't think, you know, that this team hasn't gotten a lot of colleges reaching out to some of these players yet, and obviously he's got high, you know, opinions of his players, as he should. It's a very good football team, and you know what we've seen from Amon Konopaki in this playoff run. I mean, this is a guy that can. I mean, a lot of these guys probably play at the next level, but in some level. But man, SPASH with a lot of work to do here. That's going to be incomplete. That is going to be incomplete, as again they're going up against another football team with guys that can play with some guys that can play at the next level as well. That's what you get between these two teams. That's why this was such a big matchup coming into tonight. Ineligible man downfield called against Stevens Point here, and that's going to move them way back. SPASH going to move back again here. It's going to be a tough spot here. 2nd and 15 now for this Panther offense. Second and 15 now. As again, they could have, well, I guess I don't think you can decline that one. Pre-snap, or it was during the play. They could have declined it, went 3rd and 10, accepted it anyway. 2nd and 15, Chandana. And he's going to go deep over the middle. It is incomplete. That was a great defensive play. That was really an excellent defensive play by Mikey Wilds. Intended receiver was Charlie Belson. It was a well-thrown ball by Chandana. Belson looked open, but the defensive back, Mikey Wilds, absolutely perfectly played that. That was textbook defensive back work that time from Wilds. He reached over with the near side hand, the hand that's closest to the quarterback, and deflected the football away. That was textbook, exactly how you teach it there by Mikey Wilds. 3rd and 15 here for the Panthers. Chandana, play action, drops back, trying another screen to Smola. They haven't worked tonight, and it doesn't work again. And SPASH's season is going to be on the line here with this 4th down. Beck on the tackle. Brody Beck makes the tackle for loss. Kimberly has been able to diagnose those screen plays, and again, one thing I can tell you, typically teams that are really good against screen plays are just teams that are very disciplined defensively. They are assignment sound and disciplined defensively. That's what Kimberly has been. 4th and 17 for the Panthers. If they don't get this, Kimberly may be well on their way to sealing it, but Kimberly is going to call timeout. So we're going to get a chance to catch our breaths, our collective breath a little bit here from Kimberly, and hear from our friends at Hughes Service. Hear from our friends at Hughes Service in just a moment. And when your vehicle needs work, maintenance, or service, bring it to Hughes Service in Milladore. Hughes Service is a family-owned Ford dealership in business since 1935. From buying new or used to general maintenance, look to Hughes Service in Milladore, where service is in their name. And Maher Water. We all depend on our water, so let Maher Water Corporation ensure you and your family are in the right hands for clean water. Learn more at maherwater.com. And Express Employment Professionals. They have relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. And Shuda Funeral Home is your local family-owned and operated funeral home committed to serving families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable funerals. Shuda Funeral Home of Stevens Point and Plover. 4th and 17, SPASH's season hanging in the balance right now. Chandana drops back. He goes deep, and that is going to be intercepted. Intercepted by the Papermakers, running down the near sideline, out of bounds. And Kimberly may have just punched their ticket to level 3. Thomas Myers with the interception. Thomas Myers makes the play for Kimberly. And these Papermakers may have punched their ticket to another home playoff game where they will host the Neenah Rockets. (28-18) Kimberly. And if Kimberly can punch it in again here, really the only thing you're talking about if you're Coach Michaelwitz is do not turn the football over. That is the one message in the huddle right now. That's the only thing that can beat you. Even if you run 3 plays and have to punt or kick a field goal or go for it on 4th and turn it over, that's still such little time for SPASH. The one thing you're thinking about is Tyson carries that for 2 yards. One thing you're thinking about if you're Kimberly is do not turn the football over. And this Kimberly team, good time to take a quick step back and take a breather here and just talk about how fantastically this Kimberly team has played tonight, and of course has played throughout the entire season. But tonight it has just been an unstoppable offensive performance on the ground, and they've gotten it going through the pass game as well. They've let that ground game set up the pass game here tonight. Pendleton going to hand off outside. That's Tyson again, and the Panther defense stuffs him up for maybe a yard or 2 gain. Probably the best the Panthers have done against the run in back-to-back plays all night. Forcing a 3rd and 8. Now we've got a injury timeout here. The player's just going to come off the field, though. I don't think we're going to take much time here. Referee called injury timeout, but he's going to come off under his own power. Looks like that was Mason Campbell, the offensive lineman, coming off under his own power. Hope that he's all right. Don't want to speculate on what that is, but it looks like maybe an arm, upper arm or neck area, just based on where he's grabbing at. 3rd and 8, 3:20 on the 4th quarter clock. Pendleton, the quarterback, handoff to Tyson, and he's going to be short of the 1st down. We'll see what Kimberly does here. My guess is at this point in the field they may just go for it, but we're going to have another injury timeout. Nope, Tyson is just going to walk off the field here. Again, the referee's trying to take care of these players, and if they see them under any kind of stress, they're going to call that injury timeout. And now SPASH has called timeout here. So SPASH calls timeout, likely to stop the clock. We'll again keep it here. And Kimberly looks to be on their way to a matchup with Neenah next week, Friday. Let's hear from our friends over at Rock and Roll Cafe. Treat the whole family to breakfast or lunch at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Mexican and American dishes cooked to perfection daily on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. Spectrum Benefits Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Find Spectrum Benefits Solutions on Facebook to get started. And SC Swiderski, an SCS apartment or home, is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin. The Chippewa Valley and the Fox Valley, no matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. And Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. It is 4th down, 4th and 5, and the Kimberly Papermakers are going for it. A first down here would just about seal this thing. Pendleton's going to drop back to throw. He's going deep. He's going to the end zone, near the end zone. Touchdown, Kimberly, and this game is over. Bryson Veith with another catch here tonight. Veith has had a spectacular night from his receiver spot. Veith on the catch, but a great throw by Carson Pendleton that time as well. Pendleton on the throw, Veith on the catch, and the Kimberly Papermakers are moving on to level 3, barring something ridiculous happening here in the final 3 minutes. Here's the extra point to make it 35-18. Kick is up, and the kick is good. The Papermakers lead at 35-18. We'll keep it here. Hear from our friends at Home Furniture. Turn your house into a home and shop Home Furniture. Home Furniture on Grand Avenue is Wisconsin Rapids and Post Road in Plover. Find your new career with Farner Asphalt. Now hiring for laborers, truck drivers, and equipment operators with year-round benefits. Must be 18 to apply. Apply today at farnerasphalt.com. Also a reminder that coming up next at the conclusion of this game is your Nasonville Dairy postgame show. And be sure to stay tuned for that postgame show because we will have live on-the-field interviews for you. And it looks like we're going to be talking with Coach Michael Witz of the Kimberly Papermakers. And we'll be talking with a Kimberly Papermaker player as well after this Kimberly win here tonight. And again, barring something totally miraculous, SPASH had a comeback win last week, but down by 17 with 2:55. That is a tough road to come back from. This Kimberly team has just been pretty flawless tonight, offensively especially. Defensively, they've stuffed up SPASH's run. SPASH has done well through the air, as they normally do. But Kimberly has just been unbeatable offensively. And defensively, stuffing the run, coming up with big turnovers when needed. It's been that kind of night for the Papermakers. Return here by Braylon Smola on the kickoff. Found a little bit of space there as he takes it out past the 35-yard line. And SPASH will have to go 65 yards here, and they basically have to score instantly. And there's no time to waste here, especially SPASH with just one timeout remaining as well. First and 10 from the 35 for SPASH. And that's going to be a false start on Madalena. Oh, no, they didn't call it. Yeah, now there's a flag down. That was a clear and obvious false start on Kyle Madalena. Yeah, Madalena was unsure of what was going on at the start of the players. There was some confusion again, and he kind of had a hitch. I mean, they're going to give it an illegal shift, but, I mean, it's essentially a false start on Kyle Madalena. It's going to bring up 1st and 15 now for this SPASH offense. Again, it'll be, if this score holds, Kimberly closes it out, it will be Kimberly hosting Neenah a week from tonight. Shondana, quick screen out there. It's Konopacki out there, makes a couple players miss, gains 5 yards. And again, that is going to be a Fox Valley Conference matchup next week between Kimberly and Neenah. Of course, Kimberly finished first in the conference. They tied with Kaukauna for the conference, for winning the conference here this year. And here's going to be a double move deep to Stetler, and not a lot there. 3 guys around. And there's not going to be much there deep. Kimberly is going to be ready for that. Again, you look at the conference standings, and again, it's worth pulling them up here because Kimberly-Neenah will be another conference matchup, Fox Valley Association conference matchup. But Kimberly tied first with Kaukauna in the conference at 6-1 overall in conference play. Kimberly's only conference loss was to Kaukauna in a incredibly tight defensive battle earlier this year. We also had that live on Zaleski Sports for you. Shondana, that's going to be incomplete. Incomplete there on 3rd down. But again, you look at Neenah. and Kimberly going in here. These two teams, Kimberly and Neenah, they played earlier this year. Kimberly beat Neenah 21-0 here at Papermaker Stadium earlier this season. So Kimberly's got to like that matchup, but you never know what can happen in conference outings. As SPASH has a 4th and 9 here. If they don't get it, Kimberly is going to be able to pretty close just running the clock out here, and Chandana is sacked. Chandana is sacked, and that's going to clinch it. Sawyer Hanlon on the sack, and SPASH might be able to call one timeout, but this is basically going to be a couple of kneel downs and game over. And now's a good time to congratulate Stevens Point on a great season here this year. Obviously, Kimberly's going to move on to level 3, and Kimberly, coming into this game, we talked about it. These two teams, it's a rare matchup to get two teams this good this early in the postseason. And obviously, you never know what can happen. Football's a crazy sport. Anybody can beat anybody in the postseason. But coming into this game, thought process is whoever wins this game, there would be no shock if the winner of this game goes on to the state tournament. And of course, Kimberly, has that in their sights. Of course, I am sure that is their goal, as it is every team that is still alive here in the postseason. But you look at what they have to play. They got Neenah next. Then, if they win that game, look a little further ahead here in the playoff bracket, they'll have, between De Pere, Fond du Lac, Bayport, or Marquette. Again, this just felt like a game to me. Who knows what can happen going forward, but this felt like a game. You still got to win games moving forward. This just felt like a game that the team that won this would have a pretty great chance at least winning level 3 and having a good chance at moving on to the state tournament as well. And Kimberly is as good as anybody in the state of Wisconsin. We've seen that all season long, and we've seen that here tonight. To beat a team like SPASH by 17 points is no small feat. SPASH defensively was not able to stop Kimberly's run game tonight, but you could see SPASH's pass offense was on display tonight, as good as any pass offense in the state, and Kimberly was able to hold the pass offense down enough and totally took away the run game from SPASH tonight. Totally took away the run game, and SPASH had no answer for the Kimberly run game here tonight. But again, want to congratulate SPASH on a great season here this year. And before you tune out, don't forget, coming up at the conclusion of this game will be your Nasonville Dairy postgame show. That kneel down will do it. Stay tuned for your Nasonville Dairy postgame show, because I will be live on the field talking with Coach Michael Witz, as well as our Highlight House player of the game, Marcus Doucette. So we are going to take a quick break here from our friends over at Nasonville Dairy. Back with your postgame show live interviews after this on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Wait for a thumbs up. Good. All right, welcome back, everybody, to your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Joined now by Coach Michael Witz of the Kimberly Papermakers. And, Coach, this is a pretty tough game to play, especially early on in level 2. Obviously, in the playoffs, everybody's good, but a tough SPASH team. You guys both a couple of top teams. And what stood out to me was your guys' dominance on the ground here tonight. Obviously, you guys have been running the football well all year, but talk about what you guys were able to do offensively on the ground game tonight and how you guys were able to really get that going from the start and then to keep it going and then punch in with touchdown drives as the game was going on.
Yeah, we felt, you're battle tested when you play A North 2 weeks in a row. That's one of the best defenses in the state, and we found ways to grind out yards, not quite the yardage that we're used to, but we felt like, we're in the right spot. We're getting to the right double team, so we felt like we might be able to bust some runs through. We tightened up our cutback pass a little bit, and all the running backs, they ran hard, and the O-line did a great job.
Yeah, and then defensively tonight, we here as Leslie Sports, we've seen a lot of SPASH this year, and what sticks out to them a lot of times is their pass game, and especially number 7, Moncona Packy there. You saw a couple of times you threw 2 guys out there. How are you guys able to, you obviously stepped up their run game all night, I guess. What was your mindset defensively? You took out the run game, and what was your game plan for him there, and how are you able to, do a better job of that in the second half there too defensively?
Yeah, he's one of the best we've seen. He's an unbelievable player, so you're always sorry to see anyone's career end. I think he's a senior, but kids like that especially, he's an unbelievable football player. So you just try to get a little help over the top when you can, but anytime you do that, you got one less guy to kind of mix things up in the box. But I thought our defensive staff, our defensive players did a great job. Great players make plays. He did that. We just limited it. We limited it enough to go win the football game.
Yeah, and then we've talked about a lot of really tough sectional group you guys got here in your spot. A lot of good teams. You played a really good one last week. Now SPASH here, and you're going to play. It will be Neenah next week. They won that football game. Obviously, a team you guys are familiar with, conference rivals. What's your mindset heading into that matchup next week with Neenah there in level 3? You're going to be back at home for sure. Obviously, you knew that coming into this one, but your mindset heading into that matchup, how you can carry this over and can continue this run here in the postseason.
Yeah, it's FVA football. I'm biased. I think it's the best in the state right there with the Classic 8, for sure top 2. And, they're extremely well coached. They're physical. You can throw the score out from the first game, throw that right out the window. You can learn from it, but it's 0-0 when the ball's kicked off, and, they're just as hungry to get to level 4 as we will be. So it's a familiar opponent, and we'll just have to sharpen our tools through the week and take a big swing next Friday.
All right, thanks for your time, Coach. Congratulations on the win. Good luck next week. And then if I could get Marcus Doucette over here at all.
Andy, can you find Marcus and send him over? Can you get Marcus Doucette?
All right, so we're just going to be waiting for a Highlight House player of the game, Marcus Doucette, here for you, but we'll have him live for you here in just a moment. We're going to get one of these Kimberly players to grab us Marcus Doucette here. I'm walking around. I'll come back into the camera shot, though, Dan, up there. Stay with us here. We're going to have Marcus Doucette, our Highlight House player of the game. Again, Kimberly, it's the win here tonight. Thanks to Coach Michael Witz coming out to talk to us here after the game, too. It's always nice coaches when they come out and talk to us here. We appreciate their time always. And see if we can get Marcus Doucette over here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right here. I'm right here, buddy. I'm right here, man. Yeah, you come over here. Yep. All right. I'll have you stand right about here if you can come up here, man. Here. My name's Caleb Colby, Zaleski Sports. Nice to meet
Marcus Doucette.
All right. Now we're joined by our Highlight House player of the game, Marcus Doucette. And, Marcus, obviously playoff football is always tough. Playoff football weather out here tonight for you guys as well. But what stuck out to me tonight, obviously you guys have been running the football well all year, but tonight really, it didn't seem like SPASH had an answer. You guys were opening up holes up front. You, Tyson, running the football back there as well. What were you seeing back there in the backfield? How are you guys able to run the football so well tonight?
Tonight we were seeing a lot of back cuts. We were seeing bounces, and I feel like the O-line did a good job and helped us out a lot.
Yeah, and then, obviously you went down with a bit of an injury there, but you came back, were able to still come out there on the football field. Talk about your guys' backfield overall. It seems like you guys got a lot of depth back there. A couple of guys, Tyson, they can come in there and run the football. Talk about your depth there in the backfield.
So first we have Gavin. Gavin's the senior. He's an amazing running back, and I'm glad to be behind him. And then it's me. And then we have Jeremy. He's new to running back, but he's doing a good job learning the position.
Yeah, and then sticking with your guys' offense, it seemed like the run game was the catalyst, but throwing the football, you guys seemed to were able to get some good passing plays and receptions there to build off that run game as well. Talk about your confidence in this team's balance here this season, your guys' ability to run the football if you have to, but throw the football if necessary as well.
I feel like we're pretty balanced. I feel like we can run the ball whenever we want, and I feel like we can pass the ball because we have Carson, who's a really good quarterback. We have Bryson, Aaron, and all of our other wide receivers. I feel like we're pretty balanced.
Yeah, and then it will be Nina for you guys next week. You'll be matched up with Nina, obviously a team you guys are familiar with. One here at home, you'll get them at home again. But, obviously a conference rival opponent. What's your thoughts heading into that matchup next week against the Nina Rockets coming here to host them?
I'm excited, and I think the whole team's excited.
And then going a little bit off that, obviously level 3 next week. What's your confidence level in this team? Obviously, you guys have been successful all season long. Number 2 seed coming in here, the highest seed left in your guys' little sectional area there. Talk about the confidence overall in this football team to keep this momentum going, keep winning football games here in the postseason, keep your season alive.
I'm very confident. We just need to practice good like we have been, and I feel like we can pull it off.
All right, so the last thing you're going to do is get you what's called our Zaleski Sports Highlight House. Okay, so I'm going to give you the microphone. Okay. And you can kind of see it, but in the dark to the outside there, he's waving his hand. That's our cameraman up there. That's Dan. So I'm going to count you down from 3, 2, 1, and you're just going to say, my name is Marcus Doucette, and I'm in the house. Okay?
All right.
Sound good? All right. 3, 2, 1.
My name is Marcus Doucette, and I'm in the house.
Awesome. Great job, man. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, that was our Highlight House player of the game, Marcus Doucette, here tonight as the Kimberly Papermakers take down the SPASH Panthers 35-18 here tonight. You got fans out here on the field and grouping together here because it's pretty cold out here, if you can tell by my shivering nature out here on the football field. It's pretty cold out here, but thanks to Coach Michael Witz and Marcus Doucette coming out here to join us and talk to us here after the game. And obviously Kimberly gets the win 35-18. We talked about it, their run game. They ran the football well and they stopped the run. When you do those two things in the game of football, you're usually going to win a lot of games. SPASH, as expected, they got some stuff going offensively, throwing the football in that second half. You can't take away everything. SPASH threw the football a little bit pretty well there in that second half. That's what they do. But Kimberly stuffed the run. They ran the ball well. Then they threw well off the run as well. Quarterback Pendleton as well. It was great out there for Kimberly. So congrats to Kimberly. But now let's spend a little bit of time talking about the SPASH Panthers here, and then we'll get out of the cold. But congratulations to SPASH on a great season, and congratulations to Coach Eigenberger on a great season. The SPASH Panthers were conference champions this year when they felt like, and it's probably accurate, not a lot of people thought they would be conference champs this year. Like coming into this football season, Not a lot of people out there probably expected SPASH to win this football conference, and I know that's the mindset this team carried into this season. They're kind of backs against the walls. Nobody expects anything from us, and they kind of took that all season long. I mean, that's going back to we've been covering SPASH all year. I've been calling a lot of their games this season, and go back to that Hortonville game, week 3. Talked to him on Conant back after the game, and he told us straight out. He said, we are going to win conference. And when you say something like that, it shows a lot of confidence in your football team, and you got to back it up, and that's exactly what they did. They come out and said, we want to win the conference, and that's exactly what they did this year. So they won the Wisconsin Valley Conference. They win a playoff game, and again, I have to say as well, to go up against a team like Kimberly, who, again, if you're asked for my opinion, my guess is they are going to be in the state tournament here this season. My guess. You don't know what's going to happen. Any predictions can fall flat the next week. This is football. Anything can happen. But this is a Kimberly football team, and the sectional that SPASH wound up being in, it was so difficult. I mean, this is such a difficult sectional to end up in that losing to Kimberly is not a gut punch. Is not a terrible thing. Obviously, you want to win the football game, but to lose to a team like Kimberly is not something to be overly disappointed about. This is an excellent football team. You saw it tonight. They can run the ball, they can throw the ball, they can play defense. This is a team that more than likely will be at the state tournament in Madison here this season. So I just wanted to congratulate SPASH on a great season here this year. Congratulate Coach Eigenberger on a fantastic job that he did this year. Turn around this SPASH football program from last year to this year. You see the jump between these two seasons offensively and defensively in a lot of games this year as well. So congrats to SPASH on a great year this year. Coming to an end here in Kimberly. Kimberly gets the win 35-18 over the SPASH Panthers. And that's going to bring us to the end of our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Go to NasonvilleDairy.com. With that, I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight for Level 2 WIAA playoff football on Zaleski Sports. And we will see you next time right here on your hometown Wisconsin Sports Network, Zaleski Sports.